hate to say it.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Snax, a relationship podcast about everything life, love, and snacks. I'm Miriam.
I'm Courtney. What's up? We felt that conversations about love and relationships needed to be discussed and were long overdue.
And so tonight we're going to dig into The Bachelor, season 25. The Bachelor Matt James, the first Black Bachelor.
Male.
Sorry, it took me a minute to get that out.
Correct.
First Black male. what was that?
First Black male Bachelor.
First Black. Well, Bachelor is a male. That's
why. Oh yeah, duh. Thank you, girl. My bad.
I got this.
Right. My bad.
But we have several aspects of the show, The Bachelor, that we want to dig into. I don't know if you all have been watching, but it's pretty. I mean, there's a lot of controversy going on regarding some of the contestants. So stay tuned. This is going to be great. We also have a special guest coming up, and we will introduce her later after. First,
before you get started,
click like, subscribe, share.
That's
right. So we are on IG at Snax_LA, and then on Facebook at Snax Fans, facebook.com/SnaxFans. That's hard to say fast. And then Twitter, also Snax_LA. So we're everywhere. No excuses. Like, click, subscribe, talk about it. Join the conversation. We have a comment section. You can feel free to write your comments over there. So what you snacking on, Courtney? You was smacking a few minutes ago.
My favorite today. We snacking.
Oh, you do like those.
Oh, I love a Lay's. I have to save it because if I open the bag, it lasts 22 hours, and that's it.
22.
Yeah, I'd be running through. I'm you can't just eat one, you know?
Yeah, you're a big snacker. I'm not a huge snacker, so this is my snack.
Got my water. Hey.
Okay. What y'all snacking on out there? Write it so we can see.
Yep. Have your snacks while you watching Snax.
Yeah, right? That's what we do. And I say BYOS, bring your own snacks.
That's right.
We like to do a segment called Snack Ships. So it's basically us discussing different relationships in our lives, not just romantic ones, but things that went on in our week that pertain to life, love, and snacks. So
it's the life part.
You want to kick us off with yours, and then I'll do mine.
Well, this week, my snack ship. So when I went to the eye doctor, this guy who worked there, he's I looked at his tag this last time I went, and it said lead something. So he's over the whole medical office, over everybody right before the doctor. So he's in school, and at Loyola Marymount, he's on his 3rd degree or something. He's about to finish up. So he's I saw when he first saw me, he just kept staring at me when I was in the waiting room. So I was just looking at my paperwork. But so I had to go to 3 different
paperwork.
Right. I had to go to 3 different rooms. So he picked me up after the first room. So we're in there, and he's going over all these little tests they're doing and talking, and very friendly and flirty, whatever. And then takes me before the doctor into the 3rd room, talking forever. And when I'm done, walks me down the hall, and actually leaves the building with me, as he got to go to his car. I mean, we had good conversation the whole time. So he has his number written down on the piece of paper, and he's so call me when you want to, if you want to go get coffee or anything sometime. I was thank you, but how old are you? Because he was young. You could tell the old boy was young.
He was you always attract young guys.
I know. What is it? So he was I'm 26. I said, boy, I am 50, y'all. I'm getting used to my age now. That's right. I'm 50. She look good, don't she?
Fine, girl. 50 is fine.
So I was boy, I'm 50. He was that's great then. That means you still got it. I was like, okay, youngin. I said, not that it was a question. I wasn't concerned if I still had it or not. That wasn't a question.
I know that.
But I appreciate it. I was like, okay, yes, I do. Thank you. I don't know if I should call him. I don't know.
What do you mean? Oh, you don't know if you should call him. Well, if you're not, I mean, what was his vibe? Was he he seemed like he acted mature.
Well, he's cute, yeah, and he was mature. But I mean, that is like a 26-year-old and a 50-year-old. That is just, like, I don't need a dalliance right now. I don't feel like a dalliance. That's like
a dalliance. I don't need a dalliance right now.
He's younger than my niece and my nephew. That's right, Allie. You ain't called. He a baby. I'm bringing the Thanksgiving girl.
Similac on the breast.
Similac. Yeah. So I don't know.
So you just don't know. What do you guys think? Should Courtney call the youngin?
The youngin?
Just pass. A hard pass. While you guys are thinking about it, I'll go ahead and start mine.
What's your snack ship?
My snack ship. I was dating someone for a little bit.
That's a cute top in there.
Thank you. Oh, I was going to say, I knew somebody was going to compliment me on my top. And I was like, anytime you guys want to know what I'm wearing, I don't mind telling people. You know how some women, they be like, I'm not telling you where I got it. Like, I don't really care. So if you ever want to know, just put in the chat. My earrings, I usually remember where I got everything. But anyway, so I've been dabbling again and thinking like, online dating. You know how I feel about online dating. I just don't like it for several reasons. But the main reason is like, I feel like I'm putting myself up for sale. It's like, oh yeah, I'm Miriam, and this is my value. This is why you should click on my pictures.
That's perfect for the Bachelor discussion, right? So go ahead.
I know, and I don't like feeling that way. And then I don't want people that I know and seeing me on there like, oh, she's still single. Like, look at her. She's still look at, oh, I know somebody that she dated. I don't like that at all. I don't like the feeling. So how do I get over this online dating? Like,
what's your snack ship?
That's it.
That's broad. Oh, you don't have a general.
I'm talking about online dating. Like,
don't do it.
How am I gonna meet people in the pandemic?
You're not. So I'm like, you're not.
Courtney, that's not. I'm sad now. All right. I'm not gonna meet nobody.
Yeah, go to the grocery store.
I do. That's the only place I go.
Mm-hmm. You got to make sure they take their mask off, though. I told this guy, I was like, before you even start out, let me see the whole face. I need to see the whole. What you working with? I need the whole. This right here. I need the whole face, brother, and then we can continue the conversation.
You make him take his mask off?
I did. I need to see what you're looking like. Well, I guess it's ready.
I like teeth. I need to see your teeth.
Yeah, I need to see all that. Yeah, she mean dating apps.
Dating apps, Allie.
Our guest is ready. You want to go on with our topic?
Okay, well, let's bring her in. She's looking good.
Hello. Wait, how's my... There I am.
Well, not Miss Lakendra Tookes is in the building.
In the building.
That is right.
So just a little bit about Lakendra, because this has been my girl I did the math. It's been 15 years.
We don't look old enough. We look 15.
I know. True.
We must have met in the nursery.
Okay.
Nursing, just up there nursing. So I used to work with Lakendra, and she moved here from the South to become a stara, and she managed to do that. She's like one of the funniest people I know. She has worked as a writer, an actress, a TV host, several networks. And speaking of which, I know you're not going to like this maybe, but it's Black History Month, and I always include you in my Black History moments. And you know why? because Lakendra was one of the first female writers on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
We got to kind of witness it as it was happening, and it was so exciting, and we are so proud of you.
The cool party to celebrate. It was so much fun. Karaoke.
Do you guys remember after I did a showcase and we went to that bar and Robert Pattinson was there?
Oh my God. And we drink Jägermeister with Robert Pattinson.
I remember that.
He was so cool. He was hanging out with Black people before it was cool to hang out with Black people. So
right. He's legit. He's legit. He's Robert Pattinson.
That was fun. That was a fun time. So Lakendra, thank you for joining us. We are so happy to have you here. Before we get started, is there what are you snacking on? We like to bring snacks to the show. So
I have Lay's today.
Oh, that is so yummy. Can I tell you, well, this is California, so one of my snacks will always be something that is infused with something, if you know what I mean. And then I'm some sipping because I've been snacking all day long. I'm sipping tonight because I've been snacking all day. I ate cake and a toaster strudel. I've just been eating, guys.
What, you have it in your house, or you were at a party?
Why do you have a toaster strudel?
I love toaster. You guys don't eat toaster strudels?
Oh, those are good. They're so flaky. I haven't had one in years, but yeah.
Pillsbury's best work is in the toaster strudel.
And you squeeze a little ice in
the little icing packet is the best. You get crispy. It's
It's good. It's delicious.
They hit it out of the park with it. And yesterday was my brother's birthday, so we had a little leftover.
Happy birthday, TJ.
Aw, thank you.
Shout out from Snax.
Yes, he will appreciate that.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about The Bachelor today. I know that you love reality shows. You keep up with a lot of them. We really wanted to get your take on this, especially since this involves interracial dating. And as we know, you are an advocate of interracial, a strong advocate.
A participator of across the pond and across the neighborhood.
Yes. Across the world. Because I don't know how God want to bless me. God might want to bless me in Italy, in Iceland, in Antarctica. Wherever the Lord, he everywhere. So wherever he want to bless me, send me, Lord. Send me. I'm an equal opportunity. I always have been.
I used to say I'm like a Skittle. I'll taste the rainbow. Mm-hmm.
Amen, sis.
You can't, you need options. You need options.
Taste it.
Yeah, you do. And it's like, especially you get a little older, you realize, you can't limit yourself to love, so yeah.
That's true. Keep an open mind and an open heart.
Yes.
So we're going to give a rundown of what's going on The Bachelor, kind of what we want to talk about. We'll all kind of chime in. Just feel free to chime in whenever you want. One of my main things, I need everybody to know that I figured out who Matt was going to choose the first episode. I picked 2 girls out of 30. I picked 2 out of 30. And I said it was going to be Rachael or it was going to be this other girl. And it was strictly actually based on looks. They were the best looking ones, I felt. And so, men are always like, oh, we look for other stuff. No, you're basically just looking for looks. So based on that, I picked Rachael, and Rachael is now a front runner.
And she's the one with all the antebellum controversy, correct?
Yeah.
The Rachael.
But I wonder how he's going to handle that as a biracial bachelor, not just biracial, but also someone who everybody kind of knew was going to pick a white girl anyway.
We knew that. He, his mother is a white girl, so I'm not mad at him for loving a white girl. His first woman he ever loved was a white girl, his mother. So of course,
yeah, but you can tell, like outside of that, just the way he carries himself and the way he talks, everyone knew. And a lot of people didn't even know that he had a white mom when they felt that way.
Because he doesn't look it.
I'm just finding out today through you ladies, so thank you.
You didn't know he had a white mom? I know because he
No.
Yeah.
You didn't know that, Court?
No, but I just thought
he's biracial. So Me too. Because to me, Matt is what I would, if that is God's plan for my life, for me to marry a white man, I would like for my sort of like Matt, if I'm going to pick and choose, because Matt he's a good looking guy. I mean, good looking, tall, hairline, the edge up is correct. You know, sometimes, you know, those guys don't know. Sometimes if you didn't grow up in the right household, you don't know how to get your edge line correct. And so somebody, his uncle, someone took me down to the barbershop. So already I'm like, you know how I knew that he was going to be interested in a white girl when he said, whenever somebody says, well, I don't really care about race. It's like, just say I love white women. It takes, you know, it's just easier. Just get to the point. You know,
just pull out
I don't even see it.
Yeah, I don't even see color. Why do you guys have to make everything about race? It's like, okay, we get it. You love white women. Just relax. It's fine.
Right.
If you love white women, just say that. You know how they say that. Like,
like, oh, okay.
Cut to the chase.
Yeah, cut to that white.
So how do y'all feel about like The Bachelor in general? Just that it's this platform where one person, of course, they started integrating women, but you know, it originated with just the man having these 30 females cater to, crying over a stranger, like, I got to get my time in and I haven't spoken to him. Like, it's just so degrading to me, for lack of a better word.
Can I tell you, okay, like The Bachelor is cute or whatever, but the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, give me flavor of love. Give me just like flavor of love back. I love them telling people your time is up. I'm sorry, shorty, your time is up. I love that. Instead of this whole dramatic and this orchestra that's just like, dun, 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 dun. It's like too much, guys. And we're a particular age. Now, these ladies on the show, they were born in the 90s, and they're talking about, I've been waiting my whole life for love. Your whole life? You're 22.
20 years? Right, 20 long years.
Right.
I want them to do an edition of The Bachelor that's all women 35 and up. Just women like us that are like, yes, we here for love.
Yes.
Don't kiss my man on the mouth. That's what they need.
That's like, the other thing, like,
it's disgusting.
All this kissing, I am a germaphobe, and they go from kissing the one, slobbing down one girl to the next one every 5 seconds. Like, it's not even a mouthwash in between, a little date. You know, it's back to back.
I would need a little Listerine. I would say, look, honey, I'm going to swab you down before I slob you down, because I don't know, especially in these uncertain times.
I know.
I mean, they already in quarantine, right? They in a quarantine condition, and y'all just swapping because everybody tested negative. No, you don't know.
Nah, man, that Rona could still creep in. Rona love.
Well, and the thing about it too is not just the germ part of it, but it's like, I want to know that my man sees me as special too. Like, you over here slobbing down everybody, like every chance you get, you kissing on somebody, and it's like, well, what does that say about me and how I feel, you know, like about you? And then I want my man to be like, no, I'm only going to kiss Miriam because she's the one I like. Like, I want a guy that holds himself to be like special and valued. Like,
that has never, I'm sorry. That has never been an issue, Miriam. Like, in any season, has it, Lakendra? Like, no girl has ever brought up the fact that they are just kissing everybody.
I don't think anybody has brought it up.
They usually just cry about it. They usually just
they cry.
Yeah, they do.
They cry.
They're like, I see him kissing her, but I don't want to see it. I don't want to watch. They do say stuff about it, but it's like, what can you do?
You know what show you signed up for?
Right.
A lot of ladies. That's how the show works. Like,
it's in his contract. He has to kiss everybody. It's in his contract.
Every week.
It is.
It seems like it. Doesn't it?
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
That's why I can't do the show. I'm too possessive. I would have a rough time. I'd be taking my earrings off every episode.
Right. I'd be snatching up chicks by the back of their head. Like, get off of my man.
Their stringy little thin ponytail, like, wah. Yeah.
I said I love him in 2 weeks. Get off of him.
That's why they only picked certain Black girls. And I was very surprised. I would put money on the fact that the producers made him keep that girl with her head shaved on the show
Chelsea,
for as long as possible, so people would think that he actually likes Black women.
And not only Black women, but someone who's natural. Like, look at me, natural. She's so natural that she cut all her hair off. We have the same haircut. Like,
right.
You know, she has
the same haircut.
I noticed that immediately. I was like, well, there's their bond. Same hair. But
because she lasted longer than you would think that she would have lasted.
It was because of the producers. He didn't like her. He didn't kiss her. I do not recall an episode where he kissed her.
Really?
Ooh. Now, see, then if I was her, I would be like, hold up now. I see you've been kissing everybody. You need to kiss her.
Hold up, we gonna kiss.
Hold up. You need to kiss me.
Let me get my lips right. We gonna kiss, damn it. It's in my contract.
You come in with one of them little hairbrushes that men have. One of them sponges.
The cone.
We ain't gonna
Where they try to get their waves right.
Yeah, where my kiss?
That'd have been funny if she would have forced a kiss. I would have loved it.
I would force it.
But that's desperate too. Like this whole show is just desperate. It's not very good. I saw the season with Rachael, the Bachelorette, and I thought it was far more interesting than this. It's like it seems like they're just making up controversy just for the sake of the show. Yeah. Like it really.
But the Black Bachelor and
I did appreciate that he. I appreciated that he was standing up to the girls that had been bullying the other girls.
Yeah, I do
like that because I'm not okay. We are going to talk about interracial stuff. We're going to get controversial, ladies and gentlemen. But I feel like sometimes that mean girl thing. I'm sorry, I won't get specific on which race really loves to do that. But there's one in particular that loves to really do that. And be a mean girl, and then play the victim and cry and say, "I'm never like that."
Oh my God!
They were saying, I was like, "Really? You
that girl MJ? Did y'all see
she was so full of it?"
Oh my God! When the one girl called MJ Meredith, I caught the Holy Ghost. I said,
I loved it.
You got to call the white woman by her
Meredith. She didn't play Justinia. You're talking about Justinia. She didn't play, but she looked so sweet and innocent, but she did not come to play. She was like, I am not playing with you.
When she said Meredith, I was like, oh, damn. You went there. You just called her Meredith. Like, Meredith. Wow. I love that. Those are the moments I want. I'm like, yes, call her by her government name.
Right. So she knows you're serious. Like, otherwise, she thinks she could just stomp all over you.
That's like, no.
So can
Go ahead.
Can there be like a show that's a little bit in between The Bachelor and in between Flavor of Love? Can it be like?
Yeah, I need a happy medium.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we should do it. Let's produce it. Yeah, like I did. Who's that one? There's that one football player. He had a show. That one football player, his name is Travis, and he's a white guy. He's got a beautiful Black fiance. I don't think they've gotten married yet. But he had a show.
I know who you're talking about.
He had a show.
I didn't see that one.
He had a show? I didn't know he had a show.
His show was on E! It was like Hymn of Love. It was like The Bachelor. And didn't Terrell Owens have a show? I feel like Terrell
did. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. It was different. Was it a lot of girls?
I don't know.
It was just a reality show.
It wasn't a dating show.
Maybe he didn't have a dating show. I'm not gonna lie. I've ran into Terrell Owens on Bumble.
I've seen that too. Yeah.
Terrell.
Oh, he doesn't go by Terrell now?
Oh, he's very sensitive about it.
It's not Terrell. It's
like very.
I don't care. It's Terrell. You Terrell to me. You got to become Terrell. You Terrell. Until you become you Terrell. You got to if you want to become Terrell, maybe, but he's Terrell.
He will take you.
He will.
But
he is not
that. I would be on that show. I would be on a show that was for like people that are a little bit older, not like 35 and up. Just like make that.
People who are actually ready to get married. These little 20-something-year-olds don't know nothing about no marriage. Like
they have plenty of time. They have so many eggs.
Even the Bachelor is too young to be getting married. He's only 28. Like you don't even know what's out there yet. He needs to wait till he's like 35.
Yeah, you know what? I bet you he's not going to marry any of these girls. I bet you he'll like get down on one knee and then they'll be engaged for 6 months. And then that'll be the next headline that, oh, you know, they broke up, but now the girl's going to be a correspondent on Good Morning America. That's how it always happens.
How about the girl? I don't remember her name, but the blondish hair. She's like cute, but she's like old Hollywood. And she was saying that she wanted to let him know that she wasn't ready. She wanted to, you know, do school and work and travel and don't even really want kids yet right now. I want to let you know. And he was all with it. She thought that was going to get rid of him. I think she was trying to get rid of him. And he was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she has money. Like her dad has money.
That's why she finally left.
She don't
really care. Left. So yes, I did notice that too, Courtney. I felt like she was hoping that he would say, "Well, unfortunately, that's not going to work for me." But
right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard me at the beginning of this show. I love white women, so there's pretty much nothing you can say.
So it really doesn't matter what you say.
It really doesn't matter. You want to live on a plantation? Fine by me. I love white women. Let's do it.
Hilarious.
Fine, bye. Yeah, she left on her own.
Which leads to the point of the front runner, Rachael, who has been under fire because she's been seen in like pictures with Confederate flags and yeah.
So let me get the whole backstory. So this Rachael girl, Kikconnell or something like that, she's one of the main runner-ups, and it came out in 2018 that she was attending what they call an antebellum parties. A lot of these parties they have in the South is about her and like 30 girlfriends. They dress up like antebellum. That's a time period before the Reconstruction era when Black people were slaves and white people were masters. So, so they dressed up in their plantation dresses and, you know, and they have this party. So those pictures came out, and it also came out that she liked other kind of racist pictures. I didn't really agree that the other pictures were that racist. There was a Mexican one, like friends dressed in a sombrero.
Yeah.
But so it came out. Then the host Chris did an interview with Lindsay, the Black Bachelorette from last season, and he just dug the hole deeper. He was really trying to take up for this girl Rachael, saying, you know, the cancel culture is over the top and give her some grace. And that was 2018. Oh my God, is it wrong for 2020 or 2021, or is it wrong for 2018? Like he couldn't even decipher that is wrong. Any time period, like it was wrong in 2018. It was wrong in when it happened, 1887. Yeah. So he's gone now.
The Emancipation Proclamation,
right?
Today,
it was wrong.
I don't like it when I really hate it when people act like racism just started last year. Like racism just started with George Floyd. Did you guys have this happen? Did you? Because I have a really diverse friend group, and I have a white friend that we've been friends for years and years and years, and I love her. She texted me. She's like, "Oh my God, I just watched Selma." I had no idea, and I'm like, "You had no idea. You should have had an idea.
You should have had an idea.
How did you have no idea? Like, what rock have you been living under that you had no idea?"
So they just think we've been bitching and complaining about a reparation from nothing from like 2017, like from.
Well, but they can be in a bubble. Like they can be in a bubble away from us and not know anything about us. Like we can't do that. So I can get how some people don't know about certain things. I will admit, I don't know something like Courtney had to explain to me about the antebellum parties. I didn't know what that meant.
That either.
So that's what I'm saying. Like Rachael could have gone like, "Oh, it's a party. Let me dress up like a witch."
Like, you know.
No, she knew. And then Chris, the host, even said they had antebellum parties all the time in 2018. Like, what are you talking? Like, what's wrong with that? I didn't know that white people was having antebellum parties all the time. So
no, that's pretty hurtful.
I didn't know what it was.
That kind of is a little heartbreaking. It's like, oh,
yes.
Y'all
and
really
so the black girl Rachael is saying you're celebrating a time that wasn't positive for Black people. Like if I came to that party, what would be my costume? How would I look at that party? Okay.
A pair of shackles would be your costume.
Now, when you put it like that, I was like, yeah, that
right.
And, you know, they don't understand that, like, you know, if it would be one thing if they were having these antebellum parties and then there were no racism. Like if they were having these antebellum parties and cops didn't kill unarmed Black kids and all was right with the world, and every now and then they just need to have their little antebellum party, I'd be like, okay, whatever, I don't care. But it's like what they don't understand is that plants seeds that gets people killed. That's what they need to understand. Because I think a lot of white people, and I know that's not what we're talking about today, but this is just part of it. I think a lot of white people are like, well, I'm not in the KKK. I have a black friend. Oh, did we lose Mir? Where's Mir? Okay, there you go. Okay, Mir, we lost you for a second. But I think that they're like, well, I'm not in the KKK. I didn't storm the Capitol. But it's like these little microaggressions that you have, you need to understand. And then you also need to just like, don't be so offended if somebody says, hey, you did that and that was wrong. Why don't you just stop for a second and say, oh my God, I didn't know.
Right. Educate me.
Yes. Like, they get so defensive about it.
So defensive. And how can you be defensive about something that you I mean, it's fine if you don't know. Like, I'm fine with you not knowing.
Right.
But don't make assumptions of and strong convictions. You know what I mean? Like when you don't even know what you're talking about. And you haven't asked the person, us black people, how we feel in the situation. Like, oh, so does that really, is that affecting you? Like, you know.
Talk to us. Talk to us. You know, and then also read a damn book. There's lots of white people who have had their white awakenings and they're like, oh my God, I'm a terrible person. And then they write a book about it.
Right.
Read that book. Read their book and learn about how they're terrible and then say, hey, you know what? I've been doing that stuff too. I don't want to be terrible anymore. But a lot of them, I've tried to have these conversations with people and a lot of them, they just can't do it. They just, I don't know what's wrong with them. Their brain just can't go there. And like, look, I'm already living my black life. I don't have time to try to help you, white person, get it. Like, if you don't get it, guess what? You are just simply not invited to the cookout. You can go over there and have your unseasoned meats. We're over here.
Well, that's the thing. Are we as Americans or citizens? Like, are we? Should we be teaching people as we go along, or should we just?
No. I don't want to teach.
You know what? They never wanted to teach us.
True. But we want, you know, I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's like, why should that be my responsibility? Like, you're the one who did it. You learn. And
they don't want to learn. You just said it. You learn, Miriam. They don't even want to learn. So you're kind of like beating a dead horse.
What I'm going through.
Yeah, they don't care because a lot of them, it just doesn't affect them. So they don't care. Yeah, and that is the really sad part. I mean, look at us. Do we not care about the dangerous UV rays of the sun and how these poor people are getting sunburns? I feel bad. You know, just because it doesn't afflict us, that doesn't mean it's not a thing. We're not going to say, hey, shut up. So what if you turned red? So what? We're still going to we're not going to tell you over it. You know, that's what they do to us, and that's not fair.
It's not.
Hilarious.
So what do you guys think Matt's going to do now that he sees this Rachael girl? He loves her. She's a front runner.
I think he's still going to pick her.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going home. She's from Georgia, of course, the South. So he's going home to her. And they look like, well, her daddy looked kind of like Hispanic or something. He had like something in him, but which is weird. Yeah, to me, he looked like a little something, but they were some, you know, Southerners, I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. So there's something
what that means.
Well, you know,
Lakendra, you're from Georgia. So, I mean, who better than to tell us, you know, what do you think? I mean, who do you think he's going to pick? Do you think he's still going to pick Rachael, even though she's racist?
Yeah, because she's super cute. And I hate to say it. Like, I mean, it sucks when it's like, gosh, you know, you're semi-racist and I don't know how I feel about you, but you do have beautiful eyebrows. Some of these other girls, I'm just like, sis, why
did you stylist? Did you see Piper's eyebrows? Her eyebrows
were pissing me off.
I was like, please, Piper.
And she's such a pretty girl. She's such a
cute girl.
Eyebrows are an abomination. If she would just call me, I could help her. I could give her a Lakendrification. She'd look great. She's a young girl, good, pretty hair, pretty everything, but those eyebrows and the constant tears and the constant, she looks all the time. I'm like, Piper, sis.
Sad all the time.
Piper.
She never looks happy.
Your name is Piper. Pipe up.
Pipe up. I will say that Rachael handled this whole thing really well. Whereas Chris the host said the wrong thing in his interview. She was like, I'm not making excuses. I apologize. I was ignorant. I didn't know. And now that I know, that is a very I'm not racist, but I can see that being a racist thing. So like that, I applaud her and I appreciate her. And then that's all it's going to take for her to get chose.
Yeah. Because Matt doesn't, even if she hadn't said that, even if she'd like, if she could have said, I'll do it again, he'll be like, great, I'll go with you.
Matt would have been like, yeah,
she wrapped herself in a Confederate.
He seems like he might just drape himself up with that. She is a pretty girl. I don't want to throw shade against women because we're all beautiful and we all are bringing something fabulous to the table, right? But some of these gals, for them to be that young, like MJ, for instance, when it said she was 24, I was like, girl, I thought you were my age minimum.
Did you see those eyes
from the 80s? Like
her eyes.
No, she had wrinkles. I think she got to be lying. She 41.
She was lying, I think.
She must be lying about her age because I was like, oh, cool, they're letting 37-year-olds on. Oh, I'm 24. And I was like, bitch, where? Where are you 24?
She living a hard life. You don't want that one.
I know. I was like, did she really think she was gonna get chosen? Like,
you just say that's smoking? Yeah,
she must be smoking cigarettes. And I mean, I'm not mad. I wasn't mad at her hair. Her hair was giving me kind of like LaToya Jackson, and so I wasn't mad at.
I like that hair.
It was very 80s though.
It was like old school, and I like how she had on that little blazer dress with the gold buttons.
I liked it. I liked all of it.
She looked like she should have been in a Michael Jackson video. That's
she looked like, hey baby with the high heels on.
Yeah, very exactly. I didn't like it at all. It was very dated, her look.
But she's a bitch.
She was a bitch. She was a bitch, and her real name is Meredith. And Meredith, get some retinol, sweetie. Get yourself some retinol and some cold cream and go to
cold cream.
Stop smoking cigarettes because your eyes. Woo.
She got
going through.
So we wanted to at least touch on interracial dating just because, I mean, you do it. I've done it once, but
have you done it?
I have, yeah.
We sound like we're talking about like bungee jumping or something.
It sounds like we're talking about doing drugs. I've done it once.
Have you done it? Have you tried it? Yeah. I tried it once.
I tried it once. It wasn't for me.
Right.
And then I tried it once, got hooked.
The thing is, so with interracial dating, like we know there's like a double standard with like black men and black women. It's like if we do it, it's like heinous. Like,
oh God. National news when we do it.
National news. But when black men do it, it's great. It's okay. It's fun, whatever. Mm-hmm. And my thing is like, I know that there are challenges that are going to occur, but I feel like as a culture, talking about black culture, like we are the ones who put this on ourselves. Like, I mean, I know there are racist white people who care, but for the most part, I feel like we're catching flack from our own people when it comes to that.
Yeah, because you know how sometimes, like, I don't think I've ever been out with a white guy and gotten like hateful looks from white women. I don't think I've ever had white women.
Right.
Who does she think she is? And maybe we might side eye. We see a brother, especially like a good-looking, successful brother.
Yes, a tall one.
A tall, good-looking brother with hair, nice teeth, relationship with his father, everything we're looking for in a man. And it's like, really, man, you're with Becky?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a little disheartening.
And I can't say anything because he's with Becky. I could be sitting at a table with Brad or Chad, So I can't really say anything. But I do think it is different for black women because I think if you just look at the statistics, black women, we're leaps and bounds ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
We really are. We're the most educated group. We are starting our own businesses. We're successful. We're leaps and bounds ahead. So we shouldn't have to settle for anybody. We shouldn't have to settle for somebody who'd rather be with a white girl. If you'd rather be with a white girl, go live your best life with Becky.
Right.
I can't deliver that. I can't deliver what Becky gonna deliver.
But not only that, it's like,
don't ever start, please. Don't start.
Not only that though, it's like, okay, you're going to be with her. And then I just lost my train of thought. But I'm just saying with interracial dating, it's like, the statistic is black women do not really date outside their race. Like, we're the only ones who pretty much date Black men. Like, we're not going to date outside. I think the statistic was like 3% of Black women have married outside of their race.
Really?
So, yeah, it's very low. It's very low.
There's a lot of pressure on us, you know. And
I think Indian women don't really date outside their race. If I got to go far, stretch it out.
Not like Black women. We are loyal to our men.
We really
and I know a lot of Black women personally that are like, I don't want to date anybody else. They could be single till they're like 50 and they're like, I'm not dating outside of my race.
Also, it could be scary. Sometimes you don't know what type of white person you're dealing with. I mean, what do? You meet a great guy, you meet Chad, and then you find out that just yesterday he was at an antebellum party. It's like, well,
right.
I don't think this is going to work. Right. Be a little racist.
And it's on a plantation. You know, the antebellum parties were on the plantations. I left that out.
Were you just at a plantation yesterday? I don't think this is
yesterday.
Yeah, like, you know, and it is a little bit scary, I think, for some Black women, especially if they haven't been around a lot of white people. There's a level of distrust where they're just like, you know what? I don't know, and I don't want to get in a situation where, you know, I end up on Dateline, you know? I mean, you can end up on Dateline with anybody, but then also, I know for me, sometimes if I'm dating a white guy, I want to know not only about him, I want to know what's up with his family. I need to know who your parents voted for, baby. I'm going to need to know.
I need to know.
Oh, you know who they voted for.
It ain't going to work. It ain't gonna work.
I'm like, I need to see your father's voter registration card.
I need to
know who is he donating to. Like, I need to really know what's going on. Like, I voted for Obama is not enough. I need to really know, because if I am going to be with somebody who is not Black, I need to know that they're going to have my back and they're going to stand up for me. It's not just for me, but when we have children. If our children come out looking like Matt Jennings, I need to know that the white side of the family isn't going to be like, oh, here comes Darky. Because I'm not playing that with my kids. I want my kids to feel valuable no matter what their complexion is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So I understand why some Black women would be hesitant about it. You know, it's like, first of all, we are expected to be loyal. And second of all, it can be a little bit scary, you know? So, you know, I think everybody should be open, especially Black women. We should be open because we really do deserve the best. And look at Eve. Eve married that white guy.
That was a come up right there.
Billionaire.
Look where Eve came from. She's got paw prints on her titties. Look where she came from.
She used to strip in a strip club.
She's not a sex.
She was a stripper?
Yeah,
girl, I had no idea about
that. You ain't see those videos? Yeah.
Girl, Eve
is nasty.
Eve
that's probably why she got that white boy.
I love
Maybe he might be into that. He might have met her at, I don't know. You know, he probably just really loved Rough Rider Records and said, you know what, gotta have Eve. Gotta have her.
He has like 2 or 3 kids. She got a whole family. Like, it's
and
perfect.
She seems like she don't really want to have kids, so it's like
no, she does. They've been trying for years. They've been trying. They're trying now.
Bad. Oh, all that money, damn, all that money. Because you could just go. She can't just get in.
There's things that money can't buy.
I'm sure she has, Lakendra. I'm sure they have, but it's
I'm sorry, that was insensitive because it takes several tries sometimes. Okay,
yeah.
Sorry. Getting pregnant community.
I know. They got to apologize to them.
It's much easier to get pregnant if you're like a teenager. Like that's when we should have all just gotten pregnant as teenagers.
Or kept it.
Wait.
Would you touch this podcast, Lord? Intervene.
Intervene, child.
I can't. You just dropped a bomb. I don't even know how to come back from that, Court.
Life, child. Say la vie, Lord.
Hey, the snacks ain't for kids.
Snacks ain't for kids. These grown-up snacks over here, honey. These grown-up snacks.
Grown snacks.
This ain't Dunkaroos. This grown snacks.
So can you so when you're like, can you approach a white guy, Lakendra, the same way you
how
approach
do
a black guy?
That's a good question.
Like, what's the difference in it?
There is no difference for me. For me, I approach, if I see a guy and I think he's cute, I will, first I'll try to like just smile and be pretty, and maybe he will notice me. But if he doesn't notice me, I will go over to him and say, I saw you looking at me.
You do not.
Even if he wasn't?
Shut up.
I do that to guys. I said,
even if he wasn't looking at you, you just say that?
Of course he was looking at me.
That's so funny. Okay.
It's like if he wasn't looking at me, he's looking at me now.
Right.
Of course he was looking at me.
I love it.
Yeah. I just go up to them and I just talk to them. I mean, for me, I'm a military kid. So I've grown up around all races. Like I had a really lovely childhood. I've never, at least not to my face, I don't know if I left the room and people were like, that old coon, I don't know. But I've never really experienced, much racism. And I've probably been very naive about stuff. And I definitely am guilty of being naive. But for me, I don't think, how some people are like, well, I'm just, some people feel like they have a preference. And I don't know if I have a preference. I think that I just see a cute guy. I like cute guys. I like a good looking man. I don't really care. I see good looking men of all kinds of cultures and races. I need you to love the Lord. I gotta watch against them.
Gotta love the Lord.
They love us, the Middle Eastern men. But I'm like, well, do you love Jesus? Because I'm raising my children in the admonition of the Lord. So that's important. But yeah, I approach them. And like when I'm like, and I feel like I mean, and maybe this is just me, but like, I don't pay a lot of attention to it. I'm just like, if I like you and we get along, we have good, we have good chemistry. I'm kind of a nerd sometimes, and I really love 80s music and stuff like that. And Mir, we talked about this the other day. I don't know how to play spades.
I was like, now that I don't know.
So really you kind of not black your damn self, is what you're saying. You're not that black.
Okay, Joe Biden. I'm black. I'm very black. You know what? Us black people, we're not a monolith. We are all over the place. There's some.
I'm just playing, girl.
Black people who don't know how to play spades, you're still valid. We can play taboo. We can play Uno. We can play Sims and get it by a black man. We can play Boggle. Just come. It's okay to not know how to play spades, black people.
No, it's not okay.
I know it's not okay.
It's not okay.
Don't tell that lie.
Lakendra, I will teach you, and I will teach you.
You know what though? I want, if I do end up with a black man, I want that to be like a project for him. I want him to be like, you know what, man? He's gonna be telling his friends, I met this great girl. One problem, she doesn't know how to play spades. And
you like, teach me how to play spades. Feed me chitlins. Make my hair in an afro.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
What other black stuff is there?
My hair. If I may take my wig off. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take the wig off at some point. I'm not one of these ladies that's like gonna sit here in the wig all day. I'm gonna take it off. Okay, so you got to understand that underneath here is just a beautiful little black girl. Okay, that's just it. And I look like a little 7-year-old once I take this off, and I'm just like Rudy Huxtable, and that's fine. They love that. So yeah, I'm not black guys, white guys, whoever. I make zero apologies about my hair. As black women, we've been through enough with our hair. Our hair is our business. Yeah. I will actually let them know, don't touch it. Don't touch it. You might
and if you don't understand it, too bad. You ain't got to understand.
Why can't they touch it?
I don't like people.
Your man can
your hair might get stuck in there. Might get stuck on a bobby pin or something.
I said touch it, not run his fingers through it, but he can touch it, right?
Well, that's what they want to do. They want to run their fingers through your scalp.
The Chads want to run their fingers through. They've been watching too many movies. They want to be like, rah. They want to like grab your
They don't know to just touch right here. They
want to do all of that. And it's like, okay, relax, Chad. Like, get your hands off my head before I get pissed. It's like, don't touch my head, Well,
I think you made a good point. I'm sorry. But that, black women, like, our pool is limited with black men from them stepping outside their own race for their own stigmas and availabilities and everything like that. And we being the only ones holding on to the loyalty of the Black man. It's like, but we want love and affection. And I'm not mad at anybody. I used to always say, they get mad at me. Like, you know, the people if you saw a mixed couple, you'd be like, oh, jungle fever. They got jungle fever. I would never get mad. I don't care if you're dating, because first of all, if you have kids, you're going to have a Black baby. So to me, procreate, love, procreate, and make brown babies. That's fine with me. That makes America even better.
Yes, it really, really does. And it's just like, dude, like, you just have to be happy. I think it's most important to just know who you are and be true to yourself. I think that the misconception is, oh, you're with a white guy now. You think it's like, no, I am Black. I am proud. I'm not only proud to be a Black woman, I'm proud of my family. I'm proud of my heritage. No, before everything else, I am Black. And maybe there are some.
Can we say the same thing about Black men who date white women?
I don't know sometimes.
Are they proud?
That guy who
that they are.
Sometimes, self-hate, internalized hate is a real thing. And that happens to some people sometimes. Some people do want to try to have a more light-skinned kid, like a more passing kid. Some people really do think about that. There's probably some dark-skinned people that are like, well, I don't want to be with another dark-skinned person because then my kids are going to be so dark-skinned. It's unfortunate.
When I was little, I was in the car. We were taking a road trip. My mom and my aunt were in the front. I was in the back. And she had just spent forever on my hair. And it was just, I hated my hair. It was such a nightmare. And as soon as I go outside, and it frizz back up. So anyway, I said, I'm going to marry me a white. I was probably like 5 or 6. I'm going to marry me a white man so I could have some easily combed hair or something. And my aunt was so upset. What? Why would you say that? That is not the reason. I was like,
But, and it's like, you see, you said that at 5. There are people that are 45 and say that.
Yeah.
I want my child to have good hair. You know what? I've seen some mixed kids that still come out just a crunchy, nappy head as they want to.
Show enough.
Tell it like
have a nose out here. Have all Black everything. It's like, you don't know what's going to happen. You have to be proud of yourself and your features. Right. Because no matter who I marry, I want my children to be proud of themselves in whatever color complexion they are. Now, I mean, part of the reason I do hope I end up with a Black man is I would prefer to have some Black kids. I do want that. I want my children to look like me and to look like my family. And I know some people will say that's not an appropriate thing to say, but that is how I feel. So
that's all right. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And best believe whoever you are married to, I think between especially us 3, we love them. Like that would not be we married because of love, no matter who those people were.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're gonna marry. I'm speaking it into existence. We all 3 are gonna get married to amazing men. We're gonna be at your house on Sundays having barbecues. It's gonna be so good. I'm very excited. It's all going to happen.
Right. As am I. Well, this has been a fun conversation.
Yeah.
Really glad. This was a really good chat.
What'd you say?
No, I was agreeing with you. This has been
it's been fun, and we would love to have you back on, and I love your perspective, and obviously you're still hilarious. So
are you working on any things coming up?
That's a good question.
I'm working on starting my own podcast. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, and I've just procrastinated, and I've been really nervous. Like, oh, what are people gonna say? What if they leave me in comments? And it's like, you gotta just get over that stuff and just do it, because no matter what, somebody's gonna always have something to say. Always. So I'm really looking forward to just actually, you ladies have been really inspired me. Like just seeing you guys do this. I don't know. What do you guys call your fans? Have you guys thought of something to call your fans?
Snackers.
Snackers. You snackers are so lucky to have you two. I'm so proud of you for doing this. Your logo, everything looks good. I am so proud.
Thank you.
These are inspirational Black women that I'm talking about here. You guys, we deserve the best. We deserve the best. And snackers of the world, especially the female snackers, if you meet yourself a Chad that's treating you amazingly, tell your mama, get over it. Get over it.
Well, that just came out.
We know why. But But I'm working on, so everybody please follow me on
stuff. Give your contact information.
Where can all your stuff? Yes.
I'm available on everything, and my name is Lakendra Tookes, at Lakendra Tookes. That's me on everything. Yeah. Even TikTok. I don't post on TikTok because I don't know how, but I want to learn. Who wants to teach me? Who wants to give me TikTok tutorials? Because
I don't have TikTok either.
I just got on 3 days ago.
The thing where they say, put your head on my shoulder.
Oh, the silhouette?
How did they even do that? It looks great. I've seen some people do
silhouette challenge. Is that what that is?
I need to do that. Maybe that'll be a way to help to get yourself out there to more men. Like, oh, check out my silhouette.
Hey.
I have my thoughts about social media and bodies on social media. It's just too much. I can't.
It is too much. It's too much. All those girls in The Bachelor, I was like, I don't think I can be on The Bachelor because all those girls are so skinty. It's just like, girl, y'all are also skinny. Like, what is this? It's too much.
Nobody's anywhere.
That's why I'm like, give me that 35 and up version.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
You gotta create it. You have to create it.
My brother and I are starting our production company too, so maybe that can be one of them.
Look, you got all kinds of things in the works.
Yeah.
Miss Charlene. Miss Charlene is on. Hi,
Miss Charlene's there?
Yes.
Who's Miss Charlene? Your mom? Hey, Miss Charlene.
That is my mother.
How
does she know how to do this?
It's just a link.
How did she? Okay, you guys, I'm gonna put her on blast real quick. I'm sorry, we gotta go. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna just put her on blast about how she calls me every other day and says, Can you go on Google and pull up can you Google? I said, no, you know how to Google. You order stuff, you know how to do stuff. And so now I'm glad she clicked the link. So I'm gonna say, oh, so you do know how to click links.
My mother does that too. I swear she don't know how to do nothing. Now she's sending me pictures and GIFs. I don't even know how to do those things. I'm like, where you find this little GIF at thing?
They got time. They got nothing but time right now.
Like, don't be calling me and trying to get me to do. You know how to do stuff. So, hi, Mom.
That's our mamas. Hi, mommies. All right, we're going to wrap this up.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe. Twitter at Snax_LA. And Facebook is Snax Fans. And Instagram, Snax_LA. Our guest, Lakendra Tookes. Don't forget to follow her at Lakendra Tookes on all platforms. Thanks so much. And we will see you next week. Got anything, Mare?
No, I'm good.
Life.
Love.
Snack.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. Love you, Lakendra.
Bye, snackers.
Bye, snackers.
Bye.